Welcome back. Welcome back after the 6 weeks holiday that went. I mean, I know this year's going fast, and we've said it all year. How fast is this year going? Do we say that every year, or is it just as you get older that the months seem to just go whizzing by? And shops have mentioned the C word already. How dare they? But the 6 weeks is it because the weather was a bit rubbish? It just seemed to fly by, and they're back in school this week. It's nuts, man. September for me it's always a good time. Lots going on. My wedding anniversary is today, 20 years. What a lucky chap. 20 years being together, which I feel is, a huge achievement these days. I mean, we really like each other still. That's, I always say there's no sort of magic, advice as to what's to a great marriage, apart from communication and laughter. They're the two things. And if you don't keep up with them two things, then that's where I feel that they can break down. I'm no expert. We've been married 20 years together. 27 this year, I think. So a long time. And we do work as much as we love each other very much, which is lovely. You got to like each other still, because if you don't like each other, then you can fall out and the communication and the laughter's gone, hasn't it? So that would be my little tip to marriage. And my lovely niece who got married, she's actually currently on her honeymoon, or money-hoon, as I call it, because it's so bloody expensive. So she's off to the lovely Dubai as we celebrate our 20th wedding anniversary, and she asked me advice on marriage, because she sees a lot of her friends, even though she's young, or family members not staying together. So that was my advice this morning: communication and laughter. Keep them two going. Communicate whatever it is. Just keep that talking, and not necessarily on your phone. Which both of us are bad for it because we're both in tech. But just keep that together and laugh a lot, and then you still like each other. Simple. So welcome back. Obviously in September and October, November, December, we are now looking autumn. Not that the weather is saying that. 27 degrees in September. They're changing, aren't they? The seasons are moving by a month or two. But as we now go into autumn and Christmas, this is when hopefully you will start bringing back your shopping local habits. In August, it's really difficult because everybody goes away. So we see a decline in a high street or local shops, even businesses online, because people go away on holiday. So we want to see that coming back. And Isgara will open this autumn, which is really good. They're sharing little snippets on their socials at the minute with regards to the floor and the decor and all the aesthetics that's going on inside. I do believe, and I think I mentioned this before we broke up, October is their sort of ish date. But like I said before, they'll open when they open. But it is looking really good, and I'm quite excited. I'm hoping, I need to email actually, is it just going to be a restaurant? Or are we going to be able to use it as a bar separately? Or do you need to buy food to use the bar? It'd be great if it was both choices, I feel. Dumashell returns today after his holiday too. Thank God. I've had Dumashell twitch because I haven't had my Dumashell fix. Because his bread is amazing and it's none of its ultra-processed crap. I hate ultra-processed crap. Always have done. I'm currently reading a book at the minute that tells me that my gut is right in many ways. So Dumashell's bread alone is the way forward. And is it expensive? No, I don't think so. To get what you're getting with no fat content in his bread. I know this because I've had many, even though I'm a bit fat. Don't take my advice. That's other stuff. But he's open and I'm glad. But it's sad that Helen, who was working in the shop for about a year, I would say, is now no longer there. She's gone to do another job elsewhere with more hours. So sad that Helen won't be there. So we'll just see the little French man, who's as French, even though he's been here for 25 years. I find that French and Scottish people never lose their accent, do they? Never. So we're with Terry until they maybe, I don't know, find someone else. I'm not sure whether he will or he's not. Don't know yet, but he may. Going on to, obviously, a sad incident on Sunday. We don't know the full details unless within the hour you're on a gossip page and then people seem to know what's going on. I had heard, not had, there was a fight, there was an attack, which it was. There was a stabbing, and then there was death. And that all comes from people thinking they know or hearing snippets, and then the Chinese whispers go on gossip pages because people feel they need to get that information out as soon as possible, even though none of it's true. There was one social media page earlier in the week that said he was sick of, that makes Garforth going down now. How bad is this incident that happened where 3 young lads were attacked by 4 men? And that's what we know, and that's for the police to deal with. We will share information. I was late to the party to know because somebody shared it with me. And we shared it about 4 o'clock. The police were there till about 6, cordoned off the area wherever it was on Main Street to obviously collect evidence to try and get the scumbags that attacked 3 young teenagers. We don't know what the incident was. They got off the bus. Obviously, someone's driven into Garforth on purpose. It's just speculation, but that's the worst thing, is speculation. Do you feel better if you find a little bit of information, and even though it's not factual, you feel like you have to put it out there? Do you, put that information out there? Oh, that makes me feel so better. I don't care if it's not possibly true. I've got it on a gossip page and I feel much better. The best thing you can do on any social media page, if there's a police incident, wherever you see it on social media, for example, Yapap, is don't share all the details. Just share the information to, there's been an incident, stay away. Because that's all we need to know. We don't really need to know what's happened, because what does it do? Does it give people anxiety? Does it give people worry? Does it infuriate the area and get everyone talking on the thread about the possibilities? When actually, when you look at it, it's not all what it's been shared to be. So just be bloody mindful, because it gets on my nerves. It's like people who are horrible to people on social media. I don't follow you, I don't like you, but I feel so much better. I'm going to win the award for being the nastiest little shit on social media and having my say about somebody I don't care. Award. Great for you. Just stop it. Anyway, on to marvellous things. I went to Nest yesterday, which is we have been promoting for Leeds 2023 over the last 6 weeks. And if you've got a ticket, because they're all sold out now, between now and Saturday, you're in for a real treat. Be open-minded. That's the best thing I can give to you. It is a walk. You walk around the lake. Take some insect repellents, because obviously water, nighttime, insects. The birds aren't affected in any way, shape or form. The actual play is it's thought-provoking, it's atmospheric, you are definitely immersed in what's going on, and as you go around that lake, you are in the performance, so be a little bit open-minded. There was 2 guys that got in the trail of people, a fair few hundred people starting the procession with the event, walking around the lake, and they're either got tickets or they just so happened, and I don't know how they would have done, just plopped onto the event, but they clearly shouldn't have been there. And that was quite funny, because there are elements of the evening that goes on and you're thinking, right, are they in it? Are they not? Are they part of it? I don't. So it'll mess with your little mind. So this is where you need to be a little open-minded. And as you go around the procession, I'm not going to give anything away because it's brilliant. And it is like, it got me a bit teary in parts, because it's so relatable, and it's all about the future, that they go from 2050 and work backwards, and it's really good, and it's a bit hard hitting. In fact, if they should send the governments around the world to come and bloody watch it and get them thinking a bit more about what we should be doing. But then again, it's not always up to everybody else, is it? You have to do your bit. If we all did a little bit, then that ends up being a big thing, and stop believing it and waiting for other people to change how they do things with regards to the environment. So it's brilliant. Really enjoyed it. And all the people that were in it were just brilliant, all in character, all of the time. Well done to the director. Superb show. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Completely something I've never been to before. The fact that the theatre was outside in a beautiful night, which again, something you can do in Britain, and the weather is on side, is brilliant. Moving on to, there's a full-time job, 2 full-time jobs, which we've shared this week. One in Peas at their shop, You can go in to get their application form, but I have just asked them, is there any way that someone could email and get an electronic version of the application form, because that would be easier. Also, there's a visitor's assistant at Lotherton Hall. Sounds like a fab job. It's like, oh, that sounds right up my street, but I have a full-time job. It's 26.5 hours. We're going to try and get it up on our systems, but we have shared it. I did ask Lawrence at Lotherton if he could send me details of the hours, sort of an idea of the rota between now and they must have a 3-month rota or whatever. And it's mixed days, so actually it could suit somebody really well, because it's like 4 days on one day and 7 hours on the other day, and another 4 hours from here. So it could suit somebody. So we have shared it on our Facebook page, and obviously you'll find it on the website. Garforth WI have their next monthly meeting on the 12th of September. That is another beautiful day, because that's my birthday. And people born in September are beautiful people. Or Christmas sex. I know loads of people born in September. But anyway, the Garforth WI next event is on the 12th of September at 8 p.m. at Firthfields. There's lots of things coming up, I say, between now and Christmas, and I will be sharing lots. Garforth Library and Garforth and Kippax Library have sort of joined Facebook forces, and there's lots of things going on, and they're sharing loads of cool stuff as well. So anything that we share or other projects and things going on, they are sharing. So they're working better together, which is great, because we've been wanting that for a long time. So anything within the libraries, I also will be sharing, because there's lots of stuff coming up, like the digital one-to-one that starts next week. We'll put all this stuff on the blog, lots of stuff coming up. I think there is tickets for a Rothwell cinema this Saturday. You can have a look. They're showing Mamma Mia at Brig Lane, I think it is, whether there's tickets left. I think it's through Leeds 2023. First come, first serve, 500 tickets free. Go and search it. Pictures on the pastures, the first open air cinema at Rothwell. So something local. Have a beautiful day and enjoy the sun, because the kids are going back to school.